welcome to Sprawl and Brawl. It is episode number 56, right? Yes, 56, that's what it is. Hey, I am Wild Matt. We are here every Thursday. It is every Thursday night, July 13th of this time, 2017. And Steiner's all the way over there, too. He always has junk in the background. That's how he rolls.
Okay, there, now I hear you.
Why couldn't you hear me before? That's crazy. That
I don't
doesn't
know.
make any sense.
I'm not really too sure.
All right, well, here you go.
Like,
We're
you
here
went
now.
completely mute.
Well, I cannot
And then you just
explain that.
suddenly, like, kicked in, which was very weird.
Cannot explain that. It seemed fine on my end. I can hear myself. That definitely works. So I could not tell you. Although I do seem like I am coming in hot, so I'm gonna lower my mic a little bit. All right, there you go. How are you?
Good.
Good stuff. You just drank whatever's in the... Oh, it's water. I see that there is still stuff in there.
Okay, I'm confused on what's going on. Like, is this my side or your side? Because
Well, I don't know.
it sounds like you're like 20 feet away from your mic.
Weird. Because I can hear myself still, so I don't know. I could not explain... Test. Yo, hey. Is that better?
Not really. Like, the music's cutting in and out and everything, too.
Oh, you can hear the music. That explains a lot. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. I did change some settings last week. All right. I think there you go.
Okay. Well, because the pre-show or whatever, I was hearing you perfectly fine, and then you start, and then I was like... And then just silence.
Well, that's because when I play the music, it tries to like mute the music. It's like, they're not supposed to hear the PC audio. Oh my god. Yeah, like that. So,
there we go. Technical difficulties. It wouldn't be a show without them.
Well, I mean, everybody heard me. It was only you. Only you experienced that. So
and then so I just look like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Why don't I hear him?
Pretty much. Something like that. And now I'm fiddling with all my audio, and it turns out that it was okay anyway. So.
I don't know. I hear you now. So.
Yeah. Well, now hopefully the podcast audio is fine too. So there you go. All right. So hey, this is the MMA podcast, megascorcher.com, megascorcher.com. That is what the website you want to check out for all the VODs, MP3s. The videos also get uploaded on YouTube if you want to go check that out. And the MP3s are available on iTunes or Apple Podcasts or whatever the hell everything is called now for podcasts. You can go just look up Sprawl and Brawl. It'll come up. And we're live on YouTube, Twitch, Ustream, a bunch of other stuff. Mega Scorcher TV is what we are known as there. All right. And just discuss some results right off the bat.
Sure.
Since we did a little draft last week. And it was kind of close at the last two fights, and then you just destroyed me the last two fights. It was just, damn. So, Ultimate Fighter finale on Friday started on Fight Pass. There was a canceled fight. Jessica I versus Aspen Ladd. Aspen Ladd got sick or something?
Yeah.
I don't know the full story.
Wait, no, I'm thinking Nunez. Okay, no, I don't know what happened with the Land fight.
I'm pretty sure Ladd got sick.
I don't. Yeah.
I was fine.
They show Jessica I in the show, so I'm assuming it wasn't her.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't. It was not. I'm saying Aspen Ladd. Something happened to Aspen Ladd.
Yeah.
Yes.
What? I don't know.
Anyway, so the UFC Fight Pass prelims got down to one fight. Teruto Ishihara got destroyed by Gray Maynard.
Yeah,
and
I didn't see it, but I saw like 11 takedowns.
Well, yeah, Ishihara did not stand a chance. I think there was even 2 10-8 rounds given.
Yeah, I didn't look at that, but
it was a bad fight.
11 takedowns
so
in
Ishihara,
a 15-minute fight.
Ishihara, my first pick in the very first fight, he loses. So
yeah,
there you go. I'm 0-1.
Like, was it just a complete like? Did Maynard punch him and beat
a
the
few
shit out of him,
times?
or
but I mean,
was it just sitting on him?
A little bit of both.
11 takedowns. That means he got up a lot.
It was a little bit of both.
Again, and then
he still punched him and stuff. Ishihara did not look good after.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then we go to the TV prelims where Tisha Torres got bumped up versus Juliana Lima. They replaced the Jessica I fight, and Tisha Torres destroyed. She did a KO, right? Or was it a rear naked
submission,
choke?
Rear
okay,
naked.
Yeah. Well, okay, it was a punch first that led to the rear naked choke.
Yes, yeah.
I remember the punch more than the choke, to be honest. No, that was a good fight. Tisha Torres looked good.
Yeah, and she was saying she was wanting a top 5, and then she wins that. She was going to ask for a title shot, is what she was saying.
Yeah,
I don't know how realistic that is entirely, but
well, who could she really realistically face and maybe win?
Well, the issue is Joanna's just fucking wrecking.
Well,
face.
That's for sure. She's not going to do that. But who in the top 5 is even remotely close?
Who should she fight? I would say if she wants it, Rose, and then the winner of that would probably get the title shot.
I feel like Rose would destroy her, but who knows? I've been wrong before. Before.
I'm pretty sure Rose would.
Yes, but who fucking knows? Because Tisha can get punched, and she could take it to the ground and do something. But that's not a habit of hers.
Yeah,
she doesn't really finish fights.
Rose is far too dynamic. I don't think that would work so well.
Probably not.
Tisha.
Probably not.
But yeah, no. But she's asking for a top fight. Like that's essentially what she was saying. And like I would say, yeah, Rose, because I think like after what she did to Waterson, really deserves like another top 5 opponent. If she finishes that, then I don't see how you could deny her.
Yeah, and then the fight I should have picked instead of Teruto, CB Dollaway destroyed Ed Herman.
Well, it was 1-1, and then going into the third round. Well, yes and no.
Oops.
Because each of them won one round quite convincingly, and then it came down to the third round.
Yeah, and CB Dollaway was less tired, so he just looked better.
Well, but at the end of the fight, Dollaway like collapsed.
Yeah, but they were both dead tired at the end.
Oh yes, but like Dollaway finished as hard as he could and got him the win.
Yeah, I think he easily won that fight.
Well, he was the one on top in the last round, so it makes sense he would have won.
It was unanimous. One judge gave it 29-28. Oh, sure. But the other two gave it 29-27, which is what I gave it.
Mm.
Then James Krause pretty much just rolled over Tom Galicchio for 3 rounds. He didn't do much, but he finished it. It was pretty one-sided. And that was my pick right there, James Krause. So he gave me a W there, so I was 1-1. And then the main event, Angela Hill versus Ashley Yoder. This fight also not that great.
No.
It's kind of like James Krause and Tom. Ashley was punching her in the face a lot.
Yeah.
Or sorry, Angela was punching her in the face a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the other way around.
I was expecting it to be a bit more of a blow. Like I'm not exactly sure why, but Angela just didn't look as comfortable. Maybe would be the right word.
I don't know. Who knows? Every fight is different.
Yeah.
She could come back next fight and look amazing. And Styles, Ashley just, I don't know, she took a lot of punishment too.
Yes.
So it's not like it was super boring. It's just not a lot happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was a fine fight, and that would have been my second pick, but Steiner got that one. Mm-hmm. Angela Hill 1-0 for Steiner right there. And then we go to the main card, also on TV. This is a tough 25 finale. I'm pretty sure I said that, but just reminding you.
Yeah.
Jordan Johnson won against Marcel Fortuna. This whole card was boring, to be honest. It only got interesting towards the end of the card. This is how I felt about this whole event.
Mm.
Unanimous decision there. Brad Tavares also got a unanimous decision all over Elias Theodorou, 29-28.
And that fight was pretty much exactly what I expected it to be. It was just... Yeah.
It was similar to all the fucking fights so far.
Yeah.
To be honest. The close ones anyways. It was like a 1-1 fight up to the third round. And then the third round was just like, okay, we know who won this one. Light heavyweight fight between Jared Cannonier. He defeated a dude that came in short notice. Nick Ronick. He was supposed to be Steve Bose there, Canadian dude. Anyways, this was a TKO ending in the third round. Also, a very boring fight up to that point. It was not very exciting. And Cannoneer elbow. It was a devastating end, but Nick just got destroyed the whole 3 rounds. It was not a very fun fight to watch. Jakar close defeated my homie here, Mark Diakese. It was split again, though. I would say that Jakar won the first one, and then Mark came back and won the second, and then the third one was just them being super tired, but Jakar easily took the third one, in my opinion. So I was just like, damn it. But then when they announced the decision, it was split. I was like, holy shit, Mark might win, and he lost. So, yeah. Any commentary on...
I honestly don't even remember this fight.
It was a good fight. It was just Mark got, I think, too excited, and he drained a lot of himself in the first round, defending and doing stuff. And in the second, he came back, and he landed a lot of kicks. The leg kicks was his weapon. Jakar was his leg kicks in the first round. And then Mark got some kicks of his own. He landed some head kicks, too, but yeah. It was mainly Jakar's leg kicks in the first round that were devastating. Anyways, this fight was fine. And then Jesse Taylor in the co-main event defeated Diego Lima. I'm disappointed I didn't take Jesse Taylor in this draft. Because that was an easy pick. Yeah. It's an easy pick that
was what I expected to happen, but I was going to, and then you're like, oh no, it's 5 for both events. I'm like, oh. Then I'll have to pick something in the other event.
Just the first round was exciting. Lima took a lot of punishment in the first round. Fuck, his face was kind of messed up after the first. And then, there's a rear naked choke. Actually, just Taylor got knocked down in the beginning of the second. And then he got a rear naked choke, which was interesting. He was like, oh shit, nearly got KO'd. Oh, here you go, I got a rear naked choke. Sorry, Diego. Whoops. Yeah, that happened in 43 seconds. It was really quick, that second round. And then, holy fuck, the main event, fight of the year. Fight of the year.
I didn't actually see the fight.
Oh my god, what?
Well, the PVR cut out because it went over.
What channel do you watch it on?
I don't know, with TSN or whatever.
Then that
TSN
was fine.
5.
That was fine. That's where I was watching it.
But I didn't watch it live. I just recorded it and then back to it the next day.
Okay, well then, you should put like a...
Yeah, no,
is there a PVR option to record like an hour more or something?
No, I have to actually select the next show.
Okay, because a lot of PVRs, if it's like a sport, it's like, do you want to record an hour more? Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, no, but I did watch some YouTube highlights or whatever, and it was somewhat what I expected, but I was kind of expecting him to say the octagon jitter, so he would blow his load after the first round. That didn't happen.
Well, Johnson kind of just played his game.
Yeah.
And he was doing good in the first round early, and then from there on out, it was all Justin Gaethje pretty much. Like, holy fuck. That was a crazy fight, though. But that second round was all Justin. Like, Michael didn't really have the energy to do much in the second round.
Well, just in the significant strikes within 2 rounds. Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, that first round was what, like 50-50 or something like that? The significant punches? Or like, it was close to that.
Yeah, 43-50.
Jesus, yeah. I remembered it was close to something like that.
And then even the second round was 48-54, so...
It's still a lot.
But it was, that knee was like, oh my God.
Well, the punches and then the knees. Yeah, it was a crazy ending. The knee to the body. Isn't it the knee to the body that just crumpled him? You're just like, okay. Bleh,
was
done.
it?
Was it a knee or was it a punch?
A knee did drop him, but I thought it was to the head.
Who knows where? I want to say it was to the body, but I could be wrong. There's multiple knees. Multiple knees. So it could have been one. I could have seen the body one. The body one looked devastating either way. That's what I remember. And by that time, like Johnson was just done. I feel like just a tap would have probably just pushed him over, and he would have been like, okay, yeah, the fight's done. It's a fucking amazing fight, though. Jesus, if you have UFC Fight Pass, it's up there right now. You get all the Fox Sports 1 stuff now, like, I think the next day. You had to wait, like, 2-3 weeks before. Like, even Tough now. Tough is up the next day on Fight Pass, so you don't even need to fucking have a TV thing anymore. Just, if you want to watch fights, there's fights, goddammit. And this was only the first UFC card of the weekend. It was a great one.
Yeah.
For the last 2 fights. Or the last 3 fights were really good. Everything else, like that Gray Maynard fight, not great. Not a great fight to watch.
Something with 11 takedowns in it sounds pretty boring.
So yeah, I went 1-2, and Steiner went 1-1 on that card in terms of fights. All right.
No, I went 2-1.
Oh yeah, you did 2-1.
Hill
2-1.
Private.
Yes. So UFC 213 started on Fight Pass. I didn't watch the Fight Pass cards or the Fight Pass fights. That's what I should say.
I didn't see them either.
So yeah. Oh, real quick, I should mention the viewership numbers for Tough 25 finale. It averaged 724,000 viewers, and the prelims at 453,000. And Dave Meltzer did not mention the peak, so I don't know. I don't know how high Justin Gaethje and Michael Johnson was.
Yeah, like the peak, because if that's the average.
They did pretty okay.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's actually one of the lowest events. But UFC 213 did lower numbers in terms of the prelims.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I guess we could just talk about that right now. That did 657,000 viewers. And it peaked at 732,000. So that's the peak is even lower than the average of the Tough finale. Tough was second in sports for the night, Friday. UFC 213, the prelims was 4th.
But again, you got to remember that finale was on a Friday, not on a Saturday, so that may have confused a lot of the average shows.
Well, there was more people that watched Tough than UFC 213.
Yeah. But I think
UFC
if it was on Saturday, I think it would have been even more.
UFC 213 is officially, I think it's the second lowest TV prelims ever.
Wow.
I think there's only one card that went lower. It was like in 2014 or something like that.
Damn.
But yeah. Anyways, let's start with that TV. The TV prelims had a fucking pretty alright main event too, so I was confused. I would think Travis Brown would draw a free card, you know? But I guess not.
Brown is I don't know, maybe he's getting too much sex from, like, I don't know what the fuck's going on there.
He blows his load pretty fast, right? That's the problem.
That's exactly what I expected.
Let's just talk about that fight then, because he did pretty good in like the first minute and a half.
Travis Brown clipped him.
Yeah.
And then just started going apeshit on him, trying to finish him, and then couldn't.
And then from there on out, it was all.
Then the round ended.
Whatever. Yeah.
But again, I guess Travis also got clipped at some point in there.
Yeah. The first round it swung a few times actually in the first round. The first round was exciting. But you could tell Travis after his initial.
Well, it's as soon as he gets clipped, he just dies.
Oh yeah,
his cardio just drops to shit.
He becomes a super old man.
Yeah, well. Now again, like, I'm not like the punch that he got hit with would probably kill one of the two of us. So.
Oh no! Whatever. Hey, I would not mess with Travis Brown in real life. He doesn't need a minute and a half to finish me.
Not to say that, like, use something like Overeem, like, they don't have bad chins, they just have like a normal chin.
Mm-hmm.
So when they get if they get hit in that right spot, they
go down and they recover pretty fast, and hopefully it's before their head whips down on the ground.
Not too bad on his recoveries, but Brown just starts fucking swinging.
But I'm saying, like, they don't, like, hit the floor violently. Like, they recover pretty fast.
Yes. But the thing is, Overeem has enough K1 and all that, so he understands what he needs to do. He's probably been in that situation. Brown just goes fucking bananas and just starts throwing these regular
Overeem. Dude, regular Overeem is not super exciting. He's done some KOs and stuff, but regular Overeem is pretty smart, and he's not. He's explosive, but he'll use his whatever he wants. If he thinks he can win with wrestling, he'll just fucking wrestle you the whole fucking 3 rounds. And it's boring as shit.
But so Brown tapped out to a neck crank, technically, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I think he was just fucking exhausted and just wanted to go get out. Like he was just done, and he just tapped because he was in a bad situation. He wasn't getting out, and just said, "Okay, fuck it, tap tap."
Oh, it's a rear naked choke, but he only had like one hook in or something with his legs, right?
No, he was on his side.
Oh, okay.
So
they call it the gorilla choke. They call it a few different things, I think.
Yeah, like it wasn't
it's
a traditional rear naked.
Yeah, it's a rear naked positioning with your hands. It's just he didn't have the two hooks in.
Well, So
it's not really rear naked.
He was off to the side, so he was kind of like crushing his neck in.
It's not really rear naked.
Right.
Anyways.
Yeah. But if I don't know what they called it up.
That's what Wikipedia says.
Yeah, rear naked. Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember what Bruce Buffer said.
Rogan called it a neck crank, but was calling it a neck crank as it was happening.
Bilal Muhammad versus Jordan Mean was actually a pretty entertaining fight. It was a unanimous decision for Bilal. I think it was 29-28 is what I would have given it to. One of the judges gave it 30-27. The first round was close. I'm not opposed to the 30-27. It was a good fight.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's pretty much what I expected again. Wasn't anything.
Yeah.
Mean is an all right fighter, but he has that issue of like breaking into the top.
There's a lot of those in the UFC. They're pretty good, but then they get to that point where you're just like, well, you can't get past here.
You can't really get into the top 15. Yeah. Like that's because Muhammad should be just about there because they don't have a ranking on him yet, but he would be just about there. I would have thought that fight would put him into like 15 or 14.
You kind of always need those dudes either way, anyways. So,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
If they're good, if people like them, they should hold on to them now.
Yeah,
because if they go to Bellator,
exactly, he would probably be a top 8 or something like that in Bellator.
Well, let's just mention that real quick. That's where what's his name went. Gegard Mousasi went.
Mousasi, yeah,
he has now signed with Bellator. That's not too surprising.
No, as you were saying that he's friendly with the.
Well, here's the thing. He did that UFC press conference not too long ago, and he wasn't even signed. So he wanted to be with the UFC. It's just it seemed like they didn't really want to increase his salary too much. So
I think that's what he was on the MMA Hour. That's pretty much what he said. Is that
they could have matched? So
Yeah, but they didn't.
They didn't. Yes. Yeah.
So he went with the more money for 5. I think he said 5 fights.
Mm-hmm. And he can do that sponsorship stuff. He said he wanted one company, but I probably end up with 2 or 3.
Yeah.
That's a smart money. That's what McDonald did.
Yeah.
Almost said Ronald. Good old Ronald McDonald.
Rory McDonald.
Rory, yeah. Yes. See, it's similar.
It is a little.
Thiago Santos defeated Gerald Mearshant. The first round was good, and then the second round was pretty one-sided. Thiago just killed him.
Okay, I know I watched this fight, but I do not remember it.
That's the thing. The 2 events this weekend, not very memorable. I definitely remember the fight, but the first round was good, and then the second round, not very good. Mearshant blew his load in the first round, so Thiago just took over from there. Chad Laprise, my pick, up next. He defeated Brian Camozzi in the third. Chad Laprise looked awesome in the first round. He was waving and bopping all over the place, just landing some punches. Brian Camozzi didn't know what to do. And in the second round, turned around. Brian Camozzi just took advantage of his reach and was just killing him. And then in the third round, Chad Laprise just fucking knocked him out. That's a TKO technically, but
yeah,
he landed it up against the cage and there was a few punches on the ground and that was it. It was a good ending.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more from Camozzi, but
are you sure you're not thinking about the other Camozzi?
Oh, there's 2 Camozzis.
2 Camozzis.
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, there's another Camozzi. What's his freaking name? Let's see. I'm gonna look that up really quick. Maybe you're right. Chris Camozzi. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. No, it is Chris.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if they're brothers or cousins or something. I don't know. I have no idea.
No, it was Chris Camozzi that I was thinking of. That I would have.
I think Chris Camozzi's better for sure.
Yeah.
But he's on a 3-fight losing streak right now, so it's
Yes, he
Not
is.
so good. Oh, Dan Kelly. Ugh. Ugh. Oh. Yeah, I remember that fight now. All right, let's forget that. That's disgusting. Man, you lose against Dan Kelly in 2016. That's not good. All right. And then the main card, the pay-per-view, UFC 213. At this point, I was down. What was it? I was 2-2.
Yes.
Yeah, I was 2-2, and you were also. Oh, you were 3-2.
I was 3-1.
What? 3-1 still?
Yep.
Okay, so then I won here with Anthony Pettis. He defeated Jim Miller. This fight was all Anthony Pettis.
Pettis looked fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised on how, like, Miller looked like old man and Pettis looked like Pettis from like 2014, 13, somewhere around
that second
there.
round
like,
was nasty.
Yes.
The first round was competitive a little bit.
But yeah, like Jim Miller just looked like old man and Pettis did not.
Mm-hmm. And by the time the third round rolled around, I felt like Pettis kind of slew down, but he was still doing some crazy shit. He just didn't land too much in the third round. But that second round, yeah, oh Jesus. The first round, Jim Miller landed a little bit, but man, Jim Miller looked bad after the first round too.
Yeah.
Jim Miller's face looked terrible.
Yes. And I was expecting that oblique kick, or not oblique, the calf kick to actually do more to Pettis, but it didn't even seem to do anything.
Whose leg got fucked up this weekend with a kick, or am I thinking of something else? Who the fuck got fucked up with a leg kick?
Oh, it was Whitaker.
Oh yeah.
In the first 5 seconds of the fight.
Yeah, that was Whitaker.
He hyperextended his MCL or something.
Oh yeah, that looked brutal. That kick looked brutal in the replays. I didn't notice it in real time.
5 rounds and beat the living shit out of him in the last 3. So
that was crazy.
He obviously got over it.
Well, he didn't even look too bad in the second. He was still moving around on it and stuff.
Yeah. Well, he fucking went for it the entire time,
Let's just talk about that fight right now. You won. Robert Whitaker defeated Yoel Romero. The last 3 rounds, he took them over.
It was like, if they got out of the first round, it was going to be Whitaker. I was like hugely confident
and
on
it was still very close, though.
Yeah. Well, like the last 2 rounds was all Whitaker.
Oh, for sure. But the first 2 rounds were I think were Romero's. That third round, he could have possibly went either way. But yeah, no, I think Whitaker won. Like I was not surprised when they went.
Like that
Whitaker.
5th round, like Romero was so not engaged. I would almost put that at 10-8. But
yeah, but they don't have. I know
rules. It's in Vegas, so I understand it's not new rules.
But yeah.
But like even with the old rules, I was like, he did not. I think he threw 1 punch that entire fucking round. So what the fuck? Like seriously.
So you went 4-1. I went 3-2. And the tiebreaker doesn't matter anyways. But Fabricio Werdum versus Alistair Overeem. That fight. So they were arguing about the judges' scores and on the commentary, like, this should be 10-8, blah, 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 the new rules, blah, 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 and all this, right?
If it was the new rules, I could maybe see that. Because, one of the judges did do a 28-28, which if it was the new rules, I'd probably agree with that.
So here's the thing. Like, yeah, you could call that first round a 10-10, but I only see that.
It would be a 9-9.
No, because here's the thing. If I did this with the new rules, I would say the first round, I would have difficulty saying that 10-10 right after the first round, right? But in retrospect, I would say the first round's 10-10, and then the 2 other rounds were 10-8. They fucking dominate each other. Overeem killed him in the second, and then Werdum killed him in the fucking third.
But it's not a 10-10, it's a 10, or it's a 9-9.
Whatever the fuck it is.
You don't both win the
whatever it is.
Lose the round.
Whatever the tie is. They were saying 10-10 on the commentary.
Well, then whoever said that is a moron.
Well, Joe Rogan, I'm just going to say it. He's been dropping the ball with shit. So he's only doing 8 pay-per-views a year. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He just comes in and talks. Hey, I'm not high today. How's it going? I'm Joe Rogan. I'm only high on days I'm not commentating UFC. Apparently. So he says. No, the whole, I don't know. This weekend was weird. It was definitely not... heading into it, you definitely felt that the hype was not as much as it usually is.
Well, then especially with, I guess we didn't talk about when Nunes dropped out the day of.
Yeah, so the main event of this
you
card.
Drop out the day of the fucking fight. Oh yeah, Dana, I'm sorry, I don't feel good.
My sinuses, they are clogged.
I don't even think she was saying anything along those. I
no,
don't know.
Well, she didn't say that at the time. And here's the thing: Dana White threw her under the bus at the press conference after.
Yes,
I think that was kind of bullshit. Dana White should fucking knock it off with that shit.
I don't know about that. The doctors cleared her, so I don't.
Yeah, but I mean,
it is then her choice to then not fight. You know how many people fight injured and do all that type of shit. So why is she, like?
So, but here's but why should she do it? Why should she do it just because other people do it?
Right. Fair enough, but like it's because she wants to fight. She wants to prove herself.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
But like doing that type of shit is typically very bad for your life after the fact. Like people that have fought like with broken bones or whatever.
Well, she could barely breathe through her nose. Apparently, is what she was saying. So,
so I don't. That's what she's saying. That's not necessarily. If that was the case, I would think the doctors would have something to say about that. But
sinusitis or something like that is what it's called. I forget what it's called, but something to do with the sinuses. Whatever. I didn't know I want to watch women's fighting. Am I right?
No, I was kind of interested in that fight.
No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. The one women's fight that I wanted to see this whole weekend. Gone. What was there? 4 women's fights this weekend? There was supposed to be 4.
The Jennifer I.
That's right.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be 4, and then there's only.
And then there was 2. Like holy shit! What the fuck?
And that Angela Hill, Ashley Yoder fight kind of was All right, so that was the results this weekend. Did you watch Dana White's Tuesday Night Contenders?
I did not.
It was okay. It was okay. The main event was only the only real notable thing to discuss. I suppose. Kurt Halabow just destroyed Matt Bissett in the first round.
First round at 3 minutes. Wow.
It was one-sided. He just punched him in the face a lot until he could not take the punches anymore. He kind of just crumbled up against the cage. It was okay. Yeah, this fight's done. It's over.
And that was at a featherweight. Wow.
The heavyweight fight of the night was Zhu Anyu versus Greg Rebello. This fight was pretty crappy up until the KO in the second. They really didn't do much. Maybe the fight of the night was Boston Salmon versus Ricky Pretty Boy Tercio. And Ricky got destroyed. He did not look so pretty at the end of this fight. Boston Salmon just pretty much punched him in the face for 3 rounds. And it was not very good. Boston Salmon, my boy. Awesome name. And he's Asian. Weird. Boston Salmon.
That must be... I don't. Maybe he's converting. Like, is he American?
I have no idea. Well, I guess
Asian, or is he?
He speaks English, so he speaks the English.
They may have actually converted the Asian into English because they typically wouldn't have salmon as your.
Quiet, you. Who cares? However, he came up with this name, and his nickname is Boom Boom. Oh man. Boston Boom Salmon.
Well, it sounds like you just shit on a salmon.
No, man, you got to get that Boom Boom Salmon.
Yeah, no.
Some spicy salmon in Boston. That's just, if you just said that out of context, nobody would have an idea what the fuck you're talking about. All right, that fight was pretty good anyways. And then the very first fight of the night, flyweights Joby Sanchez versus Manny Vasquez, was actually pretty good too, but it was one-sided. I guess that was the whole thing about this whole night is the fights are pretty one-sided. So I'm looking forward to see how it goes next week. Hopefully some fights aren't as one-sided. The main event next week actually seems kind of interesting. Let me actually go look at it because I don't remember. It's some dude that was on The Ultimate Fighter before. What's his name though? Some weird name. Oh, Daniel Spawn. Does that sound familiar to you?
No.
He was on it a long time ago. I'm just trying to remember who he fought against. I'm gonna go look up his Wikipedia because I remember, looking at his Wikipedia, I was this dude, he did some shit. I remember this dude. Because fuck, what season was he on? He was on. Oh, Edgar versus Penn is the season he was on, and he did a 10-second knockout in the prelims to get into the house.
Sorry, who's this? This is
Daniel Spawn. He's going to be on the main event
this is the next week. Okay.
Of the Tuesday fights next week. Yes, on Fight Pass. So if you have Fight Pass, every Tuesday at 8 p.m., there's some fights to be watched. It wasn't bad. Dana White actually made it in late to this because he was in LA for that world tour with Floyd and Connor. We can talk about that right now. Why not? I watched all 3 of them so far, but the best one was the Toronto one. So there you go. Suck it, world. Canada is pretty all right. Turns out Canada's okay.
Anything with
because that crowd. Do you think everybody flew from international to just watch these fight conferences? I fucking doubt it. So it was all Toronto.
I have no idea.
I congratulations, Toronto, you win. I bet London is going to be fucking insane tomorrow, and I bet they're going to do some.
Yeah, the Irish will likely fly in for that, or there'll just be enough Irish in London.
Yeah, probably, and I'm sure there's going to be enough Londoners that love him just by without being Irish. Because that's where he did his solo press conference with Ariel.
But again, this is just indicating on how much more passionate UFC fans are than boxing fans. Because
yes and no. The thing about boxing fans is they got to deal with a lot of bullshit, and they already know to not deal with it now. The UFC is just like, here's the press conference. It's even less bullshit than it was before. Because here you go. Here's one fighter. He'll talk for a little bit. Get the fuck out. Here's another fighter. You talk with him for a little bit. Get the fuck out. That's how the post-fight conferences are now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I actually kind of prefer that because it makes more sense for the fighters rather than like some of them only get like 2 questions and they're there for fucking 40 minutes.
Well, that will still happen with when they do the like quarterly.
The large press conferences.
Like, here's our next 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that still happens, but it still does some pretty funny moments.
But that's like not when after you just like went 15 minutes with some monster that you just had to like fucking choke out.
Oh, sure. That's all pre-fight stuff.
Yeah.
But that moment with Connor and why am I blanking on his name now? But he was like, "Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that?" No, they did that world tour, and he's like, "Who can beat me?" And there's a dude in the back. Oh fuck, what's his name? It wasn't Aldo. It was during a world tour. They weren't even fighting. They were not even fighting. Not a world tour. Sorry.
Welterweight, a featherweight.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't typically watch the press conference.
Just some dude spoke up in the back, and Connor was like, "Who the fuck is that?" I don't. That's all I remember from that. Just look. I'm sure if you look up Conor. Okay, I'm just gonna look up Conor McGregor, and who the fuck is that? And then I'm sure I'm going to know in a second who that guy is. Okay, well, I can find a clip. Let's see if I can find the name of the guy that he said that to. Or if I can just remember his name by seeing his face. Because I know his hair. I know his face exactly. I know exactly how he looks. I just don't remember what the fuck his name is. Anyways. Here, I'll just... Are you on the Twitch chat?
Negative.
Damn. I was going to link it there. But, Jeremy Stevens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was fucking amazing. I'm not the hugest Conor McGregor dude, but when he's on, that dude is motherfucking on. He's hilarious.
Yeah, but half the shit he says doesn't even make sense.
I know. So that's why I'm not.
Like, I like what Chael does to a point of because it is meant almost to be nonsensical because just the shit like when you're the greatest in the world, they don't call you champion, they call you Chael Sonnen.
That's like, obvious. The shit he says is it's over the top. McGregor's just an Irish dude that likes to scream shit, you know?
Yeah. Just half the shit he says is complete gibberish,
and
the other
some
half
of it is really fucking amazing, and then most of it is just he's just screaming shit. He's slightly better than Mayweather.
Like with what he did to what he did to Aldo is like he made Aldo so fucking emotional, and he just took so.
Oh, hey, look, there's sometimes that it will work with him for sure, and that would like he looked amazing the whole time doing it. But dude,
that Aldo was that emotional, just with everything that he's ever been through, that he was that emotional just made no sense to me.
When he fights anybody that also has a similar style to him, like Nate Diaz, like he looks just as stupid as they look sometimes.
Yeah,
because it's just two guys.
Well, it's just even with
screaming at each other with no real point.
Because what was it? Like Diaz said something about. I know. I guess McGregor said something about like I'll kick the shit out of you guys. Okay, that I think Nick said, okay, yeah, let's go outside and figure this out. And then he McGregor shut the fuck up after that.
You know,
because it was like
that first fight. That first fight, I felt Connor was weird the whole time, and then at the weigh-ins, it was just, oh, okay, he might lose this fight.
Well, it was when he walked out, it was really weird. Like he was like laughing and joking and kind of dancing and doing this, and then like I think he just is expecting to walk over him.
At the weigh-ins, Nate Diaz did like a little like, I'm gonna maybe do something, and then he flinched, and I was just ooh. He never did that before. So yeah. Anyways, let's talk about the news. We already talked about this. Nunes, got knocked out of that card. White at the post conference said it's 90% mental from Nunes, but we don't know that for sure. That's the one thing, and it's probably going to happen in Edmonton now.
Yeah, that's what they sent out contracts. Valentina signed it immediately, and then
I think that Dana White said he didn't know though. At the time.
No, it was
Shevchenko said that.
Yeah. With interview from Ariel.
Valerie Letourneau, she was supposed to fight at the upcoming Bellator this weekend on Friday, but she's out. She's gone, injured. I have no idea what.
Okay. Injured. Okay.
Like
gone. Did she did a John Jones and ran over a pregnant woman? Gone.
Sure. And then she wanted to. Then she ran back to the car because she wanted to go get the dope, but she couldn't find it. She was just, oh shit! I'm just gonna get out of here.
Dude, fuck that.
Just get out of here.
That guy should he has enough money. He should just have a fucking driver driving him around. So he just
at this point, yes, I'm sure he does that now. If not, he's still pretty kind of dumb. That's what I would do if I had his money, man. Just get Uber.
Especially
just get Uber.
Well, John Jones showing up for an Uber, that's like just no, but the thing is, like, if you are drinking or you are smoking, he has enough fucking money just to have a fucking driver.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Call a cab or something.
Well, he should probably just do Uber until he finds somebody that's super cool and just be like, dude, I will buy you a car, just drive me. Yeah. And I will pay you. Okay, cool. I'll do it.
Fuck you, I'll do it.
I'll drive John Jones in Vegas and shit, or wherever the fuck he is.
Well, wherever I go, you go and you drive me, and you shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, sure. I'll just sit here and enjoy.
Well, I think you do technically have to like be around him to like make sure that you get him the fuck out of there to a point.
Yeah. I guess. I'm sure if you could just hang out around the car, but anyways. I'm not, whatever. I'm sure they all have their own separate deals.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyways, Jessica Middleton is going to replace Valerie Letourneau. She's going to fight Emily Ducote, or whatever the hell her last name is.
I know a Jessica Middleton. I highly doubt it's her, though.
I don't.
No. I mean, like, I personally know.
Oh, okay.
Jessica Middleton.
So it turns out Mayweather owes taxes from 2015. And he said, "Hey IRS, chill. I'll have the money in 6 weeks." And they're like, "Okay, cool. We'll wait 6 weeks. We've already waited 2 years. What's another 6 weeks?" And so this fight is pretty much to pay off his taxes. Did you see? I think it was in 2015 too. He tried to claim that he spent $20,000 at a strip club, and he was trying to write it off.
Write that off. Oh my
god. Yes. On independent contractors. He didn't even spend the money on, alcohol at the club or anything. He spent it on the actual strippers. So, that's kind of like spending money on boxers. That's an independent contractor that you're giving money to. You're not seeing that money again. It's gone. It's like you're hiring a dude to do your roofing, and you give him 20,000 right off the bat. He and then he leaves. That money's gone. It's just gone. Even if you go to court, if that money is gone, you might win it back in court. But man, good luck. Anyways, the pay-per-view for the Mayweather and McGregor fight is $90 for the SD and $100 for the HD. And
that's American?
That's American. So, but I would not be surprised if it's the same price here. I would not be surprised. It might be like a $10 more, maybe 20, maybe 20. But for pay-per-view, I feel like they do a comparable price usually. I feel like I might have to fucking buy this on pay-per-view. Because let's just say this, the streams during this time when it's very busy do not do very good.
Yeah.
So I feel like I might have to buy. I wonder if this is on YouTube. I should look this up. If I could buy this on YouTube, I would just buy it on YouTube. And it's usually less on YouTube as well. Anyways, should look that up and report back next week. Gegard Mousasi signed with Bellator. Already brought that up. Not too surprising. He wasn't unhappy with the UFC. He was just really unhappy with the deal. So he left. The ESPY Awards. It's the ESPN Yearly Awards. The Fighter of the Year went to Demetrius Johnson.
No shit.
I don't even know if they nominated Conor this year because he hasn't fought. So, you know, it's kind of a weird one to go with. So that happened. And hey, Frank Mir got his release from the UFC. He's gone.
Yeah. So what, he's going to Ryzen so he can dope up and
fight Fedor.
Yeah.
I'm sure Bellator could also do an event somewhere and just sign
over in Japan, and they can just dope the fuck hell out of each other. And no one...
Well, not Japan, anywhere. I'm sure they could go to Russia if their first Russian event.
Yeah. Well, the
UFC versus Fedor.
I guess, but the UFC hasn't even gotten into, so I don't know. I guess they do have Fedor, so that would be their ticket in, but.
Oh yeah, no. If Frank Mir ends up anywhere, it's going to be Bellator somehow. Somehow it's going to end up being a Bellator deal.
Is Mir off suspension or no?
No. So he cannot fight in the U.S. So that's why it would happen in Russia or Japan.
You know, but if you fight outside a country, do you not have issue then getting a?
No.
You sure?
Not in Russia or Japan.
No. I understand that you'll be able to fight in Russia or Japan.
Oh well, Canada, no. Like Canada, no.
No. But if you come back.
Oh, if you come back after, you're fine.
Are you sure? Because Chael was saying that you might not be.
I'm pretty sure you're fine.
Because he didn't want to take the risk. Because he talked to the woman. He said he wouldn't fight to this point.
Whatever. I'm sure Frank Mir's over it at this point. So it doesn't matter with Frank Mir.
He would only have 1 or 2 fights left in him.
Yeah. And his suspension is done April 2018. So he did not want to wait.
That's still a while. So yeah, that could be.
I think his suspension was 2 or 3 years? Was it 3 years?
I have no fucking clue.
It's been a while. It's been a while since he last fought. All right, let's talk about the upcoming events. Already talked a little bit about Dana White's Tuesday Night Contenders, the main event. Angel Anda versus Daniel Spawn. I'm not too familiar with anybody else on the card. I know who Than Lee is, but that's about it. Not really too familiar. But I'm still looking forward to it. It's in a tough gym every week. They just have fights. And, they actually signed Kurt Halabau and Boston Salmon. Mm-hmm. So they're going to be in the UFC sometime in the future. So that's that. UFC has a fight card on Sunday. It is from London, or is it Scotland? It's from...
it's 2 p.m., so that's...
Somewhere over there. I want to say that the prelims start at 12.
It's... Yeah,
p.m. Eastern time.
Yes, 12. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the main card starts at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And then there's 2 fight pass fights: Leslie Smith versus Amanda Lemos. Sorry,
Glasgow, Scotland.
It's in Scotland, all right. And then Brett Johns versus Albert Morales. Oh man, Brett Johns is gonna get cheered like a motherfucker. like a motherfucker in Glasgow. Because he's English, you know, they get along in Glasgow. Oh, he's Welsh.
Glasgow.
He's Welsh. Glasgow.
Sure. Sorry, who are you talking about?
Brett Johns.
Brett.
He's only had one UFC fight, and he looked pretty good. It was in Belfast. So there you go. There you go. Yeah, people are going to go insane for Brett Johns. So there you go. That's the Fight Pass card. It's going to start at, 11 a.m. Eastern Time? And then the main event is Gunnar Nelson versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. I guess that's the only... Well, there's Joanne Calderwood versus Cynthia Calvillo. I guess people are looking forward to that one too. But nothing too spectacular on this card. Jack Marshman is going to get cheered like a motherfucker as well. And let's go. But, you know, Ryan James, I don't even know who that guy is. So I'm just going to pick Jack Marshman in that fight. Because I bet the crowd just cheering him on is going to...
Ryan James, bitch!
Sure. I have no idea who Ryan James is.
Yeah, I don't know.
No idea. Hey, he has a Wikipedia. He's Canadian. All right, I'm going to go with Ryan James to defeat whatever that guy's name was. Jack Marshman. You know, to be honest, though, he's going into enemy territory, so
yeah,
have fun with that dude, because he's probably going to lose. Oh, but he lost in Canada last time against Gerald Mearshant.
Halifax, yeah.
And Gerald just fought this weekend. He did not look so good either. So, yeah, I'm probably going to stick with my original pick of Jack Marshman. Mm-hmm. Huh. The women fight, though, I have no idea. Like, Calderwood, I'm so indifferent about her. I don't know if I like her or if I hate her. Because I kind of like her fighting style, and I kind of like the way she speaks sometimes, but then other times the way she speaks just bothers me. You're like, hey, you're too calm. Show a little bit of emotion right now, man. Come on, Joanne. I know you got that emotion deep down inside. Release it.
Yeah.
Is she Irish or is she English?
I know. I want to say she's Scottish, so she's actually hometown girl.
Oh, likely. She's Scottish.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Scottish and Irish. They're right there. They're right next to each other. That's close.
Because I do think she fights out of the same camp as Nelson or has in the past.
So she's Scottish, man. So I love respectable Irish or Scottish people, but at the same time, I know you have that in you to just not give a fuck for a little bit and just be like, yeah, I know you have that. I know you got it. Do it. And she never does it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She could win this fight, but she could also lose. I'm always on her side. It's just I'm never confidently on her side, is I guess how I could describe my relationship with her. There's also a Bellator on Friday night. Campos versus Gertz 3 is the main event. I guess that's the only real fight to look forward to. Joe Warren is against Steve Garcia. That's an alright fight. Hey, Andre Touchy-Feely. I don't know. This is another dude. Sorry. Got that wrong. Justin Lawrence. Actually, Justin Lawrence is okay. He was on Tough for one season. But since he's been on Bellator, he's been doing pretty good. So that's probably a good fight to look forward to. He's probably going to destroy, if I had to guess. Against Tristan Tomlinson. Yeah, Bellator is always fun. That's what I would say about
Kendall
it.
Kendall Grove.
Oh, Kendall Grove is on this fight?
Which you're talking Bellator 181, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's the co-main event.
Oh, man, I just skipped his name. Against John Salter. Cool. All right, so that's coming up Friday, and then there's an LFA on Friday as well. I'm probably not going to watch that. If Bellator was not going on at the same time, I would watch it. And then on Saturday night, there's an Invicta. It's an Invicta 25. And the main event is Milana Dudiva versus Romero Borella. I'm not too familiar with either one of them. But the co-main event is Jinyu Frey versus Ashley Cummins. That fight's gonna be good. I actually know those two girls, so, and I know that they always go out there and deliver good fights. So I'm kind of looking forward to that one on Saturday night. Cause this weekend it's not too busy. There's not too much going on this weekend. So there you go. Even boxing, there's not really anything going on this weekend. Right? Right? Even
Sure.
even Sunday night, man. There's nothing Sunday night. It's Sunday during the day.
Well, it'll stretch out to what it'll end.
Oh, what? It'll end at like supper time sometime.
I think it'll end at
Eating that dinner
ish or something like that.
No, not that late.
Well,
It starts at 2 and there are 6 fights. So it's going to end around 5. Maybe 5:30, 6. Around that time.
No, it starts at 2.
Yeah, with the prelims.
There's more than 6 fight.
The prelims start at 12.
Is that the fight card prelims?
The prelims start at 12.
Or fight pass?
On TV start at 12.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I assumed that was the fight pass time.
No. And I want to say the main card starts at either 2 or 3 p.m. One of those two. So maybe it is either way. It would only push it from an hour. So it's not a huge difference. You're going to be eating dinner around the. Well,
for me,
Nelson fight.
it would even be earlier for me. I'm just thinking.
I feel like Gunner's going to win, but I could be entirely wrong. Could be entirely wrong about that one.
Yeah, so it should be 5.5 hours. So 5:30, depending on how long the main event is, obviously.
I feel like if that fight goes to 5 rounds, it's going to be a pretty boring 5 rounds.
It's Gunnar Nelson, so I'm going to say it's going to be a pretty boring fight to begin with. But
if it goes to 2 rounds, usually Gunnar, if he ends it, it's okay. If Gunnar ends a fight, it's all right.
I find that Gunnar doesn't strike enough when he's trying to wrestle in jiu-jitsu. So he doesn't, once he gets up to that higher level, he just doesn't do well enough to actually be able to do anything. So it's just him either eventually going to get his ass kicked because he gasses, or it's just that Maya fight. Like he just
but that's Maya, man.
He tried grappling Maya, which why the fucking hell would you do that? But yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I guess that's it. There's not too much else to talk about in terms of MMA this week. If you are a wrestling fan, there was a title change on a house show. On a house show. And people were like, oh my God, this could happen at any house show. You're fucking stupid. Stop being stupid. It happened in New York. Yes, it was a house show, but it was a fucking house show on a Saturday night in New York. It was a Raw house show. And then they put like 4 or 5 SmackDown fights on there too. And the title change was a SmackDown title change too. So don't think too much about it.
Well, what's a house show?
So not SmackDown, it's not televised. Not on television.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. So, if you have a show in Calgary that's not Raw or SmackDown, it's just a tiny show that you can go watch some WWE wrestling.
So what was the title?
The U.S. title went to AJ Styles over Kevin Owens.
And
both good, both awesome wrestlers. So if this leads to more Kevin Owens and AJ Styles matches, I'm in. Because Kevin Owens is from Montreal, and he's been wrestling in the independents for a long time before he was in WWE. Okay. And AJ Styles, kind of the same, but he's American.
Now, I'm just curious on, are there less prospects, or good prospects, I should say?
No. It's a weird time for wrestling right now. Because it's weirdly popular, but less popular than it was before.
Yeah.
It's more hardcore.
Like, with something like with MMA and shit like that, are there more people going into MMA rather than professional wrestling?
I have no idea.
So I'm just wondering, like, how good are the
there's
young
a lot.
prospects?
There's plenty of young people that are awesome right now. So it's weird because in terms of wrestling, there's a lot of indies that are doing really awesome right now. So if you're not a WWE fan, there's a lot of wrestling you can watch that is not WWE that is pretty much better than WWE right now. If you actually only care about the wrestling.
Yeah, and that's all I ever really did. I didn't really give a shit.
I like a good combination. I like a good 1-2 punch. I like the storylines as well.
I did like the shit that like Stone Cold did, but like some of the shit Undertaker did. Like I like fucking kidnapped Stephanie McMahon and having it be this, and that ends up being Vince is the one who's head lead. Fuck you! Yes. I do not give a shit. Like I just want to see like two the Hardys versus Edge and Christian type thing, and them just doing crazy stupid shit.
And that in retrospect is hilarious, and I can watch that now and be like, "Oh, that's awesome." I can even say it was. Yeah, I can even say it's awesome now. But back in the day, I was just like, oh, "What the fuck?" I remember being a kid and just being like, "What the fuck?"
That's pretty much what stopped me from watching wrestling. Was just that. Stupidity bullshit.
It was stupid.
Some of the DX stuff they did was all right. Some of the Stone Cold shit was all right.
Oh, okay, so some of the DX stuff they did was all right, but a lot of the DX stuff was really stupid.
The thing is, I probably took off before it went that route.
It's hard to say because there's a lot of the DX stuff with HBK that was really stupid, and that was pretty early.
So maybe I came in because like I kind of watched it a bit like during I guess the year leading up to them buying.
Think about it, crotch chops in general pretty stupid.
Yeah, but it was meant to be from my understanding.
Well, yeah, well you're a wrestler, you know wrestling's pretty dumb.
Yes.
Flipping the finger, it only works in certain circumstances, but
unless you're Stone Cold.
Unless you're Stone Cold, exactly.
Every circumstance, but yeah.
Like if you're Conor McGregor, you can do it, but it gets pretty tiring if you just keep doing it over and over and over. I feel like Conor McGregor uses it pretty sparingly, where when he uses it, you're like, ha! Look at that. He gave him the finger. That's pretty good. He did against Steven Seiler, right? What's his name? No, wait. What's it? Seaver?
Dennis Seaver.
Dennis Seaver. Yeah, he's like, touch gloves now. Then Dennis didn't do it. He's like, oh yeah, well, fuck you. I'm going to go to my corner. Here, enjoy this finger.
Yeah. that was actually an impressive fight for Conor.
It was an impressive fight for Conor, but in retrospect, Seaver looked okay in that fight.
I think Seaver, like, that was quite a few years ago now, and, like, Seaver was actually still... He dropped down to 45. He actually looked pretty good at 45, and he got fucking murdered.
He did, but in the first round, he took him down, and he did okay in the first round. But and then everything after that, he kind of just got destroyed.
Yeah. Well, I think he wasn't able to hold him down. He took him down.
No, I'm not saying that he did a great job. I'm just saying he did okay.
Like he just took so much damage. He just
yeah. Oh yeah, no, he just got to a point where he just okay, yeah, I can't get punched anymore. I'm done. I want to say he just got crumpled up against the cage, but I don't.
That was the first fight I actually thought Conor was like. I would say he's a good striker, but again, if you put him up against somebody like Edgar or something like that, I still think he would have a lot of issue versus Edgar. I
still think that Conor was always legit, so I don't know.
Like his striking is fucking legit. I won't say anything regarding his striking.
I watched him on Cage Warriors, right? So I've kind of been watching him for a while.
Right, but again, like who was he fighting in Cage Warriors?
Yeah, but you get the feeling from some of the dudes, right? It's sometimes you can't explain it. It's just like this dude, whatever the fuck this dude is going to do in the UFC, will be pretty all right.
Again,
I've been wrong about it.
Like McGregor fighting Eagle boy. The fuck.
Eagle.
It's the Russian.
Habib. No.
Habib. Yeah, Habib.
Yeah, Nurmagomedov. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Like if Khabib gets a hold of him, he's not getting up under Khabib. So it's just then what will he do? Can he try throwing submissions? Can he actually do this? Can he actually do that? Because a good portion of his thing is that was able to get up against Team Alpha Male.
Uriah?
No.
Who the fuck did he fight?
Shit. He ended up knocking him out because he couldn't get held down. Shit. The guy who fought Aldo twice.
TJ?
No, that was Brawl. TJ fought Brawl twice.
Who the fuck? From Team Alpha? Oh, Garbrandt?
No, Garbrandt's again not the right.
I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about. I have no idea.
I'm checking the rankings.
I have no idea. Team Alpha Male. I don't know.
Wow, he went really far down. Steven. He's not even on the rankings.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Okay, I'm checking Aldo's profile because I know Mendez. Chad Mendez.
Yeah, Chad Mendez is all right.
Yeah, no, but Mendez wasn't able to hold him down, so he got.
Oh yeah, sure. Mendez looked okay in the first round, but the thing about Mendez too is he has short arms and shit.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But the thing he got him down twice, if I remember correctly.
Or something like that. And Mendez was probably his first like legit real competition where it was just like, whoa, okay.
Oh, he actually got him down 4 times.
And didn't Mendez accept that fight in like 6 days notice or something like that?
Yes, he did. Yes, because Aldo dropped out.
Oh yeah.
And Mendez, he gave Mendez a lot of props for coming in on 6 or 7 days notice, but Mendez could not hold him down, and that was the big thing. And I was very surprised that he was not able to hold him down. I didn't see the fight, but I just remember hearing and just then looking at the numbers and stuff, and because he had 5 minutes of top control, so he in 2 rounds, so he had him down for a full round. But he just wasn't able to do any damage or do anything to him, really.
Yeah, no, that fight was awesome.
Yeah.
When I say 10 times on the show, that's probably a good time to wrap it up.
Yeah, sure.
No. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope, not really.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good bit for King of the Hill. Not so much Sprawl and Brawl. When we just start saying, yep, you know what I'm talking about?
Give me a go.
King of the Hill was a pretty good show.
I thought it went downhill pretty quick.
I don't know if about pretty quick, but yes, it did go downhill. But I don't know about pretty quick. It's better than what's it called? Beavis and Butthead.
Well, Beavis and Butthead was not even a show at the start. It was just some guy wanting to make stupid comments over the music videos at the time. And then it kind of turned into a show, and then turned into a movie somehow. The movie wasn't that bad.
No, the movie was okay. There's a few King of the Hill characters in that movie.
Well, are they? I don't think they're the same character director.
Yeah, I want to say Hank Hill is in that movie. I want to say he says, "I tell you what."
Yeah, I know a character. It's the same voice actor and everything.
Yeah.
Saying the same, but I don't think his name is actually Hank.
Oh,
Hill.
I don't think they gave him a name, but he looks exactly like Hank Hill and he sounds exactly like Hank Hill. So it's like, who is that guy?
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
It's Hank Hill. It's like if you line them up.
He was in the show Beavis and Butthead. He was their neighbor or something like that.
Okay, that dude was kind of a different character, but yes, he was kind of like the birth of that character. Yes. He was a very similar.
It was the same voice actor. I remember that.
No, for sure. He had similar lines. All right, so that's MMA talk right here on megasearcher.com. We're here every Thursday. Talk about UFC and stuff. Most days. So yeah, next week we'll be here, and the week after those events actually look awesome. I mean, there's a lot of MMA. Yes, is it No, it's not 214. It is Weidman versus Gastelum is the next card.
Really? Gaslam got put up that high? Or is...
Put up that high? What are you talking about?
So he just came down that much?
Well, no, he's still up there. He's just,
Weidman was the champion like a year and a half
exactly.
ago. Like, okay.
Gaslam was supposed to fight Silva. It's fine. It's fine. He went from Silva to the dude that beat Silva. Yeah. So let's do it.
Okay, yeah, okay. Gaslam's not actually ranked. Okay, that's fine.
yeah. No, that fight, that I'm looking forward to that one. It's kind of two dudes that you don't know what to expect from them.
Yeah.
They're just so all over the place.
Looks good the last little bit.
Mm-hmm. And Kelvin looks good when he shows up. So who knows? Who knows? All right, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.
Keep throwing those elbows. Just